Hey, it's Ann Westerheim from Icaro, and here's a cybersecurity headline you're not going to see in the news. You're not going to see it in the news because it happened to a local small business, and generally you only read the big headlines in in the national news. In this case, a local business called us. They thought they had clicked on an email, clicked on a link that wasn't quite right, and they wanted to see if we could help them figure out what happened. We turned on our security tools and we looked at their email account and found out that, yes, in fact, their email was compromised. That's business email compromise. That's when criminals get into an email account and they can do things like send fake invoices or redirect payments, causing a lot of financial and reputational damage to any size business. In this particular case, we saw that 214 emails were accessed. The good news is we were able to give visibility to what was accessed. There were no files documented, there were no emails sent. So it was stopped soon enough to not really do major damage. But without running these type of forensics, an attacker could be in an email box for 6 months, and maybe you don't find out anything's wrong until one of your clients says, "Hey, wait a second, I already paid that invoice. Why are you asking me to pay it again?" When in fact they were tricked into paying a criminal. So you want to catch this stuff early. Good news is that at least they had enough cybersecurity awareness training to speak up and have it checked out. Now, a far better scenario is if we put monitoring in place ahead of time, and there are a lot of smart and affordable things you can do to help protect local small businesses. It doesn't have to be expensive. But in this particular case, an attacker did get in, a relatively new employee clicked on something they shouldn't have clicked on, but the attacker only had access to the account for 3 minutes. Microsoft logging is delayed just a little bit. This attack was caught 9 seconds after the logs were available, and it was contained 6 seconds later. So the good news here is no emails or documents were accessed, nothing was sent, nothing was modified. So it's far better to put the safeguards in place before you have a questionable situation. So we want to do our best at Icaro to help local businesses get empowered to do the smart and affordable things that are going to help make you safer online. So reach out to us and ask what you can do to help stay more secure online. Thank you.